Good evening, Power community. Welcome. We have a very special evening for you. I'm excited. What I'd like to do, though, is ask you to type in the chat where you are visiting us from, where you're located. Great to see you there, Lenny. And by the way, fire up those cameras. We want to be able to see more of each of you. Get those cameras on. We want this to be somewhat interactive as we go through. So we got Maryland, Orlando, Raleigh. There's Emilio in Connecticut, Denver. All right, all over the country. Alexandria, Austin, Minnesota. Coming to your neighborhood soon, we hope. Orlando, Oregon, Dave, have an OG Dave Brown. Wow, look at that. How do you know? Chicago, Aurora, Colorado. Keep them coming. And if you are a guest, I'd love to see you just put a 1 in the chat so we know that you are a guest at tonight's event. First time at an event. There we go. Jennifer, thank you for being here. Great to see the ones. Welcome to each and every single one of you. This is a special week for us here at Power. We call this Career Week. And we take time to really focus on specific industries. And tonight, you're going to hear from a very well-respected and dear friend of mine. Her name is Melissa Dawson. It's been really an amazing journey to watch Melissa over the past, I think it's been 6-7 years that we've been working together. And to really take her life to a whole new level, living life by design, following the pathways that we talk about, which is freedom. You heard that song we were just playing, and that's location freedom, time freedom, financial freedom, and inner freedom, and she epitomizes all of those. And so much as she built this beautiful home on the lake, I see those pictures, and it's just something that everybody would love to have that lifestyle. Well, if you would want to have that lifestyle and really learn more about that, you're going to hear about that from Melissa Dawson this evening. So I'm honored to bring Melissa to the stage. Again, a dear friend, a well-respected colleague in Power, and she's going to share with you how anyone in the home services business can leverage the Power Platform. So please, put your hands together. Help me welcome Melissa Dawson. Melissa.
Good to see everybody. As Charles said, I absolutely love solar. I love helping others learn how to successfully have their own solar business. And one of the sectors that I've thoroughly been enjoying working with is the home sector. So that's any company that touches a home. So roofers, HVAC, windows, doors, floors, pest control, alarms, anything. If you think about each one of these businesses, they're currently talking to a homeowner, and the fact that they don't bring up a way for that homeowner to save a huge amount of money on their electric bill by going solar, they're missing out on thousands and thousands of dollars on their bottom line. So one of my true passions in life right now is doing business development to help them learn how, using the Powur Platform, they can seamlessly add solar to their current portfolio. So that's what we're going to learn about tonight. And tonight I'm also going to share with you 2 videos from some roofing companies that are currently using the platform, so you can hear it from them why they chose to partner with Power and leverage the Powur Platform to, again, add that seamless solar to their company. So let's go ahead and get started here. So we install a lot of solar, but you might be surprised to know this, we are not a solar company. Power is a platform. And tonight, I'm going to be sharing with you different features of how you can take advantage of this platform. So who are we addressing tonight? As I talked about, it's people and companies that touch a home. And we're going to tonight teach you how to add thousands and thousands of dollars to your bottom line without all that extra headache, hassle of procuring equipment, training people, hiring project management teams. Don't worry, we take care of all of that for you. All right, so let me ask you this. What if you could increase your closing rate without lowering your price or margin, that you could offer additional value to to your customers, that you could earn more on every home. Be on that forefront of rapidly growing, changing industry, and really offer whole home energy to your homes. Well, guess what? You can now do that using the Powur Platform. So let's talk about energy. I know we have gas prices that go up, our food prices go up, and my goodness, so do those electric bills. I remember when I first started selling solar in 2016, when we were selling here in California, it was about 22 cents a kilowatt an hour. Now, we're up to sometimes 55 cents a kilowatt an hour, depending on the time of the day. You can see it here on this chart, just how much those go up in price. And that's why helping homeowners go solar is so amazing, because we're going to help them lock in that energy rate and stop being subject to those rising costs of energy. So think about that. If you're talking to your customers, they're going to go solar with or without you, because they are sick and tired of those high electric bills. They want to figure out how to add an asset to their roof. So what are these benefits that I'm talking about? Well, quite often, homeowners are going to be saving anywhere up to 50% on their energy cost, sometimes even more. And I know this might surprise you right now with, of course, the Fed's continually rising the interest rates, but we actually have some of the very best lending options out there. We also still offer zero down financing options for these customers. And then, of course, you're probably always hearing about different government incentives, things like that. There is a 30% federal tax credit right now that homeowners can take advantage of. Plus, like I said before, it's increasing the value of their home. So if you think about it, right now, they are in a lifelong contract with their utility company. So if they don't have solar right now, a homeowner just has to keep paying their electric bill, and no matter what the electric company decides to raise their rate, they have to continually pay that. What we do is we offer them a way out of that lifelong contract. We offer them a solution that has an end date. Whether they're paying cash or choosing one of our many, many different financing options, they have a way out from that lifelong contract, and they, most importantly, are now adding an asset to their roof. They're essentially, instead of renting electricity from the utility company, they get to own it. Just like they made the decision to stop renting a home and owning their home, we help them also do the same, to stop renting the electricity and get to own it. So let's start helping your clients stop wasting money on their utility bills. So for today's purpose right now, I'm going to talk about roofs. But this, again, works with HVAC. It works with windows, doors, plumbing. It works with anything. So if we look at a new roof, if they just went and got that, let's use the number of $14,750. They've got, an average bill, utility bill of about $315. They're going to finance that. That's at $125. And as we all know, utility bills only go up. They don't go down. So now, all of a sudden, this homeowner has just added a huge expense for the year. And that roof, maybe you're getting commissions around $1,500. Now, let's look at if we bundle that together. Let's put solar and the roof in one nice, tidy loan package. What does that do for the homeowner? Well, we're going to use the same thing where it's at $14,750, that old utility bill at $315. Now they're financing it at $209. So before they were financing it, they were at $125. Look at this. Their new finance, $209. And here's the big thing. Their utility bill went down to $20. So it went from $315 down to $20. Now, you add that in, think about how happy your homeowner will be that all of a sudden now they have a new roof, their utility bill went down, and they're paying less for that payment than they did for their utility bills. Now, I want you guys to take a look at that bottom line there, commissions. You might not understand what kinds of commissions are in solar, but we're still helping our homeowners a huge amount. And your commissions on this project, if it was an average project, could be around $7,944. So that's why we're here today, is to help you all understand how you can start adding more commissions while still adding a tremendous value to your homeowner. So just how big is this opportunity? Right now, there are 130 million homes in the US, and 90 million are eligible for solar. Yet only less than 4% has went solar, so that's about 3.5 million. So that leaves us with a nice hefty 87 million homes that are eligible for solar. I don't know about you, but I'm thinking opportunity. Boom. In fact, in 2021, someone went solar every single minute. So that's really big. Now, you might be thinking, if solar is such a big opportunity, why haven't we seen a lot bigger of an adoption to it? Well, we really think that it's the model. And Bucky Fuller here, he said it the best, and that is to change things. Don't try to fight the existing reality, but create a new model that makes the old model obsolete. And that is exactly what Powur has done. So what Powur has done, as I mentioned at the very beginning, we are a platform. That's the kind of economy we are currently in right now, a platform economy. Do you go shop at Kmart? Nope. You get on your phone, your computer, you order something at Amazon, boom, a couple days later, free delivery right on your doorstep. I flew into the airport yesterday. Did I wait outside for a taxi? Nope. Got on my phone, got myself an Uber. Same thing. I stayed in a beautiful beach house. I didn't go stay at a Marriott. Our economy is constantly moving towards a platform economy, and that is what Powur has done. So how does a platform economy work, and why does that make it that much better for the homeowner and, of course, you, the sellers, the roofing company, the HVAC economy? Well, what it does is it helps us have huge bulk buying power. And with that huge bulk buying power, we're able to really pass on that savings to the homeowners. So we work with what's called a transparent cost of goods model. Some solar companies out there, they use what's called a red line, but we use a transparent cost of goods model. So you, as the seller, can see every price and truly be able to help that homeowner get the very best deal that they possibly can. With our platform too, there is fully customizable solutions for your homeowner. So our sellers can truly find the best route for that homeowner to help them go solar. Again, our bulk buying power, awesome lending, equipment, financing, everything comes there. And I know after working with so many different companies out there that your customers mean the absolute world to you, and you want them to be taken care of. Well, they mean the world to us too. And that's why we offer them a 30-year warranty. Now, this 30-year warranty not only covers the equipment, but it also covers the labor. And we do all know that labor is super expensive these days. So it covers the labor. And then if you're a roofing company, I bet you're worried about your roof. Don't worry, our warranty covers 30 years of roof penetration as well. So that is absolutely huge. Another thing that we offer is a $1,000 referral ambassador program. So just think about it. If you went and sold a new roof to somebody, imagine if they could go ahead and refer you to somebody else that maybe wants a roof and solar. Now they get to make $1,000. They can start to pay off that roof from you that much faster, all while providing you with another revenue of business. So I talked at the beginning that we'd show a video, and I'm going to do that in just a moment, but I really want you guys to think about this. Think about all of the homes that you continually touch each day, and how if you added solar, how that could change your bottom line. So here right now, I'm going to go ahead and we're going to start a video. In this video, you're going to hear from some different companies that have leveraged the Powur platform to seamlessly add solar to their company. So go ahead and let's roll that video now.
I've been in the roofing industry for 10 years now, and I was given an opportunity by the owners of Peak to Peak Roofing and Exteriors. Anytime we get big level storms in Colorado, roofers come in from all over the nation. Because of that, there's a lot of fraud that happens in this state. So being a local company that's been here, was founded here, we're able to provide services for people and give them peace of mind knowing that if we say we're going to do something, we're going to actually do it.
I've been in the roofing business for 22 years now. I got into this business in Chicago, started out as a door knocker. Eventually I did sales, so I had the pleasure of being able to work with some of the largest, roofing companies in the country. And, I evolved into being a business owner. We've had McAllen Valley Roofing now for going on 11 years, and kind of the rest is history.
McAllen Valley Roofing is one of the most trusted roofing companies in Texas, and people in our community really trust us. When we sit down and we say something, they listen. And so when we actually offer solar, they take it seriously. And when we show them the math, they make a decision to go solar.
As a roofing professional, we experienced a lot of pain points trying to get into solar. The communication was horrible. They were not, actually executing the way that they said. And I have a lot of high-end clientele. And so 3 specific clients of mine, they completely dropped the ball. And I was like, that's it, I'm done. And it kind of fell off my radar for a little bit until I met with one of my realtors and said, hey, I hooked up into this platform with this company called Powur, and it's been incredible. And I was a little skeptical at first, and then I decided to take a step of faith and actually look at the platform, and we were like, let's go for this.
I got introduced to Powur through one of my buddies, a very, very successful friend of mine, and says, hey Brian, you have a roofing business, and I have an opportunity for you using the other company that you currently already have. And I thought that was such a great idea, because there's this evolution that's happening with solar where there's going to be this merge of industries together. It's going to be solar roofing together, and I want to be on the forefront of that. And so when he had told me about this opportunity with Powur, I took it seriously.
One of the benefits of the Powur platform is I can easily offer solar solutions to my existing clientele, and that goes for anybody in the trades. If you're a painter, if you do gutters, even if you're inside homes cleaning carpet, you can offer these solutions easily to your existing clientele. So after only 9 months in the industry, we've sold 30 systems, and in just the month of September alone, I sold 9 systems, ranked number 5 in the entire company. Powur is the catalyst that can lower the activation energy required to be successful in solar, because after many iterations and a lot of failure with other companies, Powur has proven to be the platform that we needed to plug and play and achieve that level of success.
The cost of overhead is probably, one of our biggest concerns as a roofing company. When you're talking about your payroll, your accounting, your project management, your tracking, your phone calls, it costs me about $150,000 a month. And Powur takes care of all that for $85 a month. And at the end of the day, that's really what matters. Low overhead, high profit. We just do what we do best, and that's go out there and recruit and sell. And that's the part that I love.
So as we got into the Powur platform, I was introduced to several key leaders in the company, one of them being Charles Thompson. So Charles, one of the things he did inside of our relationship was help me become a Tier 3 seller. And inside of that relationship building, we were also able to plug into the enterprise program, which he told me about, which allows my entire company to be plugged into Powur. And we've been seeing the benefits of that from day one. We have now become the certified roofer and the preferred roofer for Powur in the state of Colorado.
Once people, jump onto the solar train, once they realize the benefits, your customers become your biggest advocates. And what I've noticed is our sales guys become super busy after they've sold a couple projects, because literally their customers, as an ambassador, are making $1,000, and now they're telling everybody about it.
Being a trades professional, being in the roofing industry, now being able to offer solar, I mean, one of the reasons why I do this is because, I mean, we make a tremendous amount of money. And the reality is I like money, and I like making a lot of money. But the thing that has always lent to my success is the fact that I really care about people. And I really believe in solar, and the fact that I can offer a clean energy solution to people and save them a ton of money is something that's really lent to the success of me being in solar, because I've just taken that same heart out of roofing and applied it to solar. Power can change your life. It really can.
You know, Powur was a godsend. They do all the accounting and project management. And when you think of a roofing company, those are really your two biggest hurdles. You know, I wish I had a roofing company that can do that for me.
My name is Brian McSteen, and I'm living a powered life.
My name is Damon, and I'm living a powered life.
All right, so let's talk a little bit more about this platform. You obviously just saw how this roofing companies are leveraging it and thinking, how can I leverage that? Well, the great news is that with the Powur Platform, you have everything that you need for success. We've got the marketing assets and materials. We've got a virtual proposal tool. Don't worry, I'm going to show you that in a moment here. An online back office, homeowner presentations and material, training and knowledge base. We'll talk more about that later, but let me tell you, Powur's training is some of the most robust training I have ever seen in my sales career. And then the last thing that I think is so important is affordable healthcare. I know that when I was trying to make the transition from corporate America, one of my biggest concerns was healthcare for myself and my family. Well, with the Powur Platform now, we are able to offer affordable healthcare for anyone using the platform. And it is just simply amazing. I went from looking at quotes for myself that were gonna be around $900 to now they're only about $500. So absolutely incredible opportunity to not be tied to corporate America just because you need healthcare. All right, so let's talk about these tools. What kind of tools do we have? We've got a lot. So, we're gonna go back one here. Hold on one second. All right, here we go. Let's take a look. This is the platform. You're gonna get a little design here. You can put in mailers, like let's say you wanna put out some mailers. If you want to shoot some little quick videos, you can send them out. You can look up what your warranties do. You can make door hangers. You can do everything using this platform, again, with these marketing assets. It's absolutely incredible. Everything is right here at your fingertips that you could possibly need. We have lots of, like let's say you put a roof in somewhere, you want to send out flyers to it. Boom, you can see it right here. They are moving it around. And all right, just like that, you've got flyers going to that exact area. Here's our proposal tool that I had mentioned earlier. Totally customizable. You can click the raise on and off so that you can make the exact offset that you want for your customer. You can adjust their utility consumption. You can adjust how much they're currently paying. You can really do real time to see how much the different loan options will be, the different SRACs, the different federal tax credits. Most importantly, it's going to show your customers how much money they can be saving. We do all of our own roofing proposals now. Everything is done in-house. It's absolutely incredible what can be done with this knowledge center. Let's say when we're talking about training, we want to look at anything, we can train everybody in real time with all of our adders. We have some of the training from the top trainers in the solar industry. We have partnered with our manufacturer companies to help teach all of you about our different products. We serviced all different things you can see in here. All of this is available in the Powur Platform in what we call the Knowledge Center. It's a great hub spot for you to go if you want to learn anything and everything about solar. It's all right here. They've done a tremendous job. Of course, all of the lending options are there. Oh my gosh, I love this one. The virtual site surveys have really helped speed up the permitting process. We now do in-house designs. So using this virtual site survey, it is an amazing way to get that homeowner engaged right after contract, and then we can bring it in-house and get to permitting sometimes within 72 hours, which then speeds up your M1. You can see the dashboard is going to show you in real time what leads are coming in. It's going to show you all different ways that your company is making money. We communicate with our project managers right there in the dashboard. And then for those ambassadors that we talked about earlier, on their dashboard, as you can see, they can see too how their money's coming in and what's coming there for them. So really, the platform, I always tell everybody, use the tool, don't be the tool. That's it right there, as you see. Like, we really have all of the tools that you need for success. So now I want to go back to that ambassador program, because I had mentioned that earlier. This is so cool. Not many companies really do this out there, but our customers, they also mean the world to us, just like your customers do. And so we want to say thank you for referring us. And so we offer them $1,000 for every referral that they refer to us that goes solar. It is an amazing way to help them, show them how to help pay off their system in a fast way. So let's talk about different ways to earn. One of the ways that a lot of people choose is a refer and earn. And so this is for the person or the business that simply wants to just refer their business, that homeowner that wants that energy savings report, to one of our certified Tier 3 closers. Our certified Tier 3 closers have went through extensive training. They are some of the best solar salespeople out there, and they'll close your deals for you. All you have to do is collect that utility bill, submit it, and tag one of those Tier 3 closers, and they'll close the deals for you. That can make you about an average of $3,500 in commission. Of course, that commission is going to depend, varying on the size of the system. But maybe you start that way, or right from the get-go, you're thinking, I want to learn how to sell solar. I want my salespeople to learn how to sell solar. Well, we'll teach you through our mentorship program and your sales reps how to sell solar. And if you go that route, you can earn an average of around $7,000. Again, it's always going to depend on the size of your system. If you sell a really big system, that number could be twice as big. It's pretty cool. So really, the platform is going to allow you to build and scale your teams with all of your customizable roles. So one of our newer features is called Enterprise. This is for that B2B. This is your scalable software suite that will allow your company to seamlessly add solar. It's going to allow you to seat your own lead generators. Maybe you have door knockers. Maybe you have Facebook campaigns. It'll allow you to seat that. It's going to allow you to seat an admin role. And then you could be, again, just assigning your leads to our closers, or maybe you want to have your own closers. Everything is done in the software itself, so we take care of the 1099. We take care of all of that. We pay the employees. We pay everything is done through here. Right now, we've got a bunch of new amazing features coming, like APIs. We've got CRMs coming. We've got white labels. There is so much coming with the enterprise platform. It is so exciting. So how exactly can you earn on the platform? Well, a lot of solar companies, they like to flip the model, and they keep 70% of their profit, and they give 30% back. Well, that's not what we do here at Powur. We're going to give you 70% of the profit, and then you, the business owner or the sales rep, can decide how you want to distribute that. And Powur just keeps 15% of the margin, and then they have 15% for a revenue share. So let's talk about that. If you are doing a personal sale, you have that 70%, that's going to get you roughly, on the average, $6,000 to $7,000. If you want to use one of our preferred sellers that I had talked about before, that gets you roughly the $3,000 to $3,500. And then we have our revenue share model. This one is huge. When you see that little piece of pie there with that 15% that's taken out, that's given back to the teams of the people that referred you to the platform. So think about that right now. How many other HVAC companies, roofing companies, windows, doors, floors, how many companies do you know that could take advantage of this platform? If you refer them to this platform, you'll get 15% of that revenue. So that can average anywhere between $150 to $550. And again, if it's a big system, it might even be more than that. Now, this next one, the financing rebate, this is truly an amazing option that I have never seen done in another solar company. And basically what that is that if you go out and sell the loan, you're going to get a percentage of that back. It's about 1.5%. If we look at the average install price, loan ticket price at $50,000, that would put an extra $750 into your pocket that you can either pass that savings along to your customer or you can keep that in for yourself. Really amazing. I've never seen another company do that. But like I said, Powur is really disrupting and changing the energy business. The other part that's really incredible is that you will get stock options. Powur wants to have the company owned by all of you. And so you will get stock options. That's so cool. All right. I talked about this before, but I want to hit on it again, and that is world-class training. As you can see right now, I'm in this amazing studio. We train from here. We do a 4-hour immersive once a month where we Zoom everybody in just like you. We bring on world-class trainers. We bring on some of our manufacturers that we work with to train everybody to make sure that as things are continually changing with solar, our reps have the best training out there. And as a business owner, this is huge for you. Just think about how much time, money, energy, and effort you can save by not having to come up with these training programs on your own. Let us do that work for you. Let us train your staff for you. All right, let's talk about money. I got started with Powur in 2016. It's been incredible to watch our growth and how it has changed. You can see that we used to, our first year, that was $250,000 in profit. And then we entered our cost of goods models. And then we did crowd fundraising. Then we entered in enterprise, our virtual site survey. Look at that. Last year, $323 million. That's huge. And the best part is, we're just getting started. So tonight, I've shown you how we are leading the industry right now. We've got the product that the homeowners want because they are looking for a solution to save money. We just showed you a super lucrative way to make some serious money, and we showed you why we're the company that is rapidly growing, and we are a sustainable business model. And we are definitely a tech company, and we are leveraging everything out there for success. But one thing we haven't really took a big dive in is team and culture. I just have to say that when I met Jonathan Budd in 2016, I just knew with my whole heart and soul that I wanted to be part of this mission to help accelerate the adoption of solar worldwide. So I want to take a moment right now, and I want you to hear from our CEO, Jonathan Budd, so you can also see crystal clear what his vision for this company is. Go ahead and show Jonathan's vision video.
Hi, my name is Jonathan Budd. I'm the CEO and founder of Powur. And if you made it this far, you've probably heard incredible reasons to join our company already. But I want to take a minute to share with you where this company really came from. 12 years ago, 2010, I was making lots of money. I had a successful digital publishing company, but something was missing. And I really wanted the work that I actually do every day to be making a difference, to be helping to solve some of the challenges going on our planet. I got a call one day from my friend Jim Bunch. He said, "Hey man, I'm going on this trip with this organization, the Pachamama Alliance, and I think you should come. Can you come to the Amazon rainforest? For some strange reason, I said yes. So I went down to the Amazon rainforest with the Pachamama Alliance, spending time with this culture that has no concept of trash, that has lived for thousands of years in that forest. And down there, in the middle of a ceremony with one of the elder shamans of this tribe, the vision for power came to me. What I knew in that moment was that I was meant to come back and start an organization, the first of its kind, that was going to figure out how to enable anyone to earn their livelihood and participate in the clean energy or solar revolution. And it took me almost 10 years to really figure out what it was, following the clues and the signs that has ultimately led to where we are today, which is this absolutely disruptive platform for the solar energy industry. Powur is truly here to make the biggest difference we possibly can, aiding our world in becoming sustainable, getting as much carbon out of the atmosphere as possible, and delivering the next generation of infrastructure that society is going to be built on. Now, on top of that, our purpose is to reward financially the people who make that happen more than they ever have been in their lives before. We have this fundamental belief that if you get paid really well to do good, then you're going to do more good. The vision for Powur is to build the largest clean energy platform on planet Earth. And I think the potential for Powur is to truly be a global distributed energy utility that is delivering essential services that we all need for survival at breakthrough costs. This is not just solar power. This is solar power plus storage so that we can become our own utility and we're truly grid independent. This is transportation, whether that's electric vehicles or other forms of transportation that are coming. This is, of course, our appliances and the electrification of the home. This is how we grow food, how we source water. All of these are going to be challenges in the future, and technologies are enabling a new type of way to meet these needs. So this is an incredibly exciting time, and the platform is just in its infancy. And we're now getting to the point where we're able to add so many different types of installers, whether it's HVAC contractors, roofers, solar installers, all of the infrastructure that we need to live in a sustainable world, save money, and lower our carbon footprint. This platform is going to be able to sell and fulfill. I truly think this represents a multi-trillion-dollar industry, and there is no other company, not one, that is close to where we are today in giving you the opportunity to participate. Powur is owned truly by the people. We have now done 2 record-breaking crowdfunding rounds in which we let every single person in our ecosystem become equity owners of the company. In addition, we offer stock options to every single person who joins the company if they hit certain performance criteria. And we want it that way because truly our purpose here is to shift as much wealth to the people who are building the clean energy economy as we possibly can. This is truly the time to leave your mark. This is the time to go big, to make your dreams come true, to build that career, that lifestyle, that best life that you've envisioned for yourself, making a difference, doing it with people you love, and creating the financial prosperity that you know is possible for you. So, it's been my honor to meet you and share with you a little about the vision, origin, and purpose of Powur. Now it's your turn to join this amazing company, and let's go out there and accelerate the adoption of sustainable energy together.
Wow. That video still gives me chills every time I see it. And I think that you can probably all see why when I met him, Jonathan Budd, I was like, I am on this mission. I often tell people I'd walk through a brick wall for him, and that's what it's for real. It is absolutely incredible what he has done for the entire community of solar and what he continues to do every day. So just know that when you join us, you're joining a culture, you're joining a family, and you're joining a bunch of warriors that are fighting every day against the utility company. So it's just incredible. You know, it's not always just about the money. It's also about what are we doing good for the world? What are we giving back? Powur is a certified B Corporation. There are less than 2,000 certified B Corporations right now. So it is very proud that we are also part of that. You can see, if you want to click and scan on that impact report, you can just see how big of an impact we are making. Now, I've talked a lot about us, but you know what? It really comes down to what do our customers have to say? We have all sorts of outstanding Yelp reviews, BB&B. We're out there every day, and our customers are thanking us online for that. So again, 87 million eligible homes for solar right now in the US. What part of that do you want? What part of a piece of that pie do you want? Just think about it. So again, here we all are. We have a robust solar sales fulfillment software for you. We've got that transparent cost of good models with 5 ways to learn. We've got tools, training, everything that you need to successfully have your solar business. Now, there are 3 different pathways for you to choose. So again, we're a platform. You're going to want to choose which platform is going to suit you best. So we have our Powur Seller License. That is really for that single-use seller. And then we have our Powur Pro license. Powur Pro is if you need some additional support staff, maybe you have an assistant that you want to have help you, any of that, that is going to be your Powur Pro license. Now, our most robust platform that we offer is our Powur Enterprise license. That's going to allow you to seat your own sellers. So if you're already a roofing company or an HVAC company that has your own sales team, you're going to want to go with that because that's going to allow you to seat your sellers. You can earn up to an 80-20 split with volume on that one. And there's all sorts of advanced reporting and things like that. So really, we've designed the software, the platform for you. You pick which one you want, and that will help you grow your business successfully. So what I want to do next is I'm going to have Bobby Smith, who is our field president and a very dear friend of mine. He's interviewed a couple different people, and we're going to play his interview and learn from him and these HVAC company and a roofing company why they chose to partner with Powur. So with that, let's go ahead and watch Bobby's interview.
We are very excited to have another special guest with us tonight, Brian McSteen. Brian, you out there?
I'm here.
Well, Brian, again, your background's pretty impressive. We've been bringing on the elite of the elite as an owner of McCallum Roofing, one of Inc. 5000's fastest growing companies, business leader of the year. I understand the king of the roof, a Better Business Bureau board member. I mean, wow, extremely impressive. So you've had one hell of a career. Brian, what I want to start with is, maybe I'm crazy, but since the day I got involved with Powur, I've always thought that there was a division for roofers. The trusted expert of the roof would want to be selling solar. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I mean, it just makes perfect sense. I mean, there's this big movement that's happening right now where, some solar installers are actually becoming roofers, and it's becoming a real threat almost to the roofing industry. And a lot of the roofers are becoming solar installers. And so, I got into it because I don't want to be left behind.
Yeah. I know the feeling. And you kind of represented that whole ecosystem with Powur, right? As a roofer for us, then selling and installing, you've kind of taken that whole journey with us. What's that been like?
Yeah, I mean, Powur has really brought a lot of value to our company because, is a roofer, we're not only just doing roofs for ourselves, but we're actually doing roofs for other reps as well that are, kind of in Powers. So it's worked out really well for us.
Yeah. And, it's not just the roofing industry, Brian. What would you say to the contracting, the home service industry, everybody that's going to go through this, economy or whatever's happening right now in the world? What would you say to all the guys out there and gals that are working on homes and working for homeowners?
The hardest part about this business is really getting in front of somebody. It's really having that authentic conversation. It's explaining to them. Most people don't actually understand the benefits. They're just starting. We're at the early adoption stages right now where people are just starting to learn about this. And so it doesn't matter whether you're a roofer or HVAC or a painter. If you have the opportunity to sit in front of somebody and have that authentic conversation, you have an opportunity to utilize Powur and make a lot of money.
So for all the roofers out there, you're at the top of the food chain, right? We talked about your resume. You probably have what most roofing companies and executives want. Why this for you right now? Why this, adding this to your portfolio now?
It just made a lot of sense to me because we already have the phone calls coming in. We already have those leads. We already have those opportunities to sit down with those clients. And it just makes perfect sense to have that second option and say, hey, go solar. Because we know if we're not going to do it, that somebody else will. Why would we give that opportunity of revenue, to increase our revenue, to increase our profits, and also help our salesmen make more money? It wouldn't make sense not to do it.
Yeah. So I spend a good portion of my days talking to people about why Powur, if they're going to get into solar, why Powur? You had a chance to do your due diligence, your reputation's on the line, your company's name, everything that you've built, why Powur? What was that decision process for you?
Everybody at Powur is really, really great to work with. That's probably one of the biggest decisions, the reasons for my decision. Another thing is also the revenue share. It's unlike anything out there. The cost of goods model, extremely important. It's not a red line model. So we have an opportunity to still be competitive in the marketplace. In a position where a lot of people with that red line model are not able to be competitive. So that's one of the main reasons why obviously I chose Powur. The people are amazing to work with. The rev share model also. Everybody's goal in life is to be able to make income after they've stopped working, and Powur gives you that opportunity to do that.
Okay, so Brian, we started touching a little bit about revenue. You're a savvy, sophisticated business guy. What kind of revenue potential do you see for your company next year and in the years beyond? What are your goals here? What are your targets?
I mean, as far as my roofing company, another one of the main reasons that we hopped on board is because you guys handle all the back end office. And when you're talking about, overhead versus your revenue and what you actually can produce and the output that you have to put out to obtain that type of, income from that revenue, Powur really puts you in a position, because they take care of all the accounting. They take care of all the project management, and in my business, I pay $150,000 a month just to handle that amongst all the other crazy things I have to do with hiring, with firing, and accounting and keeping track of everything. So that's probably one of the most exciting things as far as, the cost versus the revenue produced in this business. It's really unbelievable. I perceive that we'll probably be in the $15 to $25 million range.
Wow, that's extraordinary. I think Charles Thompson mentioned that you had mentioned that it'd be cool if you had somebody doing for your roofing business what Powur does for the solar side of it.
Yeah, I can. I pay $150,000 a month for that. I'm like, and in this program, it's, for the average user, it's $85 a month. I mean, how can you beat that? Like, I'm
That's
like, hey, is there, we need an online program where they do all our project management and all we do is worried about getting paid. That'd be in selling. That'd be great. I'll take it all day because I got all the leads in the world.
I get it, man. So look, we're in the construction business just like you, and we know that things happen and projects get stalled and supply chain, all the things that are happening in the world right now. But what's your experience in total been? Because anybody can say anything, right? When you get in Power and you start to work with our company, what's your experience been like so far to date?
Yeah, of course. Obviously with any company, there's growing pains, especially with the large shift that's really happened recently, where you guys sold 500 more projects in a month than you had expected because of the increasing rates of electricity. That's normal. I think people are understanding of that when you explain it to them. So that's not really been an issue. But the fact that you guys really have that communication down, you guys do communicate with all the project managers, you do communicate with all the clients. And so that experience has honestly been really great.
Yeah. We appreciate that. And then in closing, so we got a lot of roofers on, a lot of contractors, but specifically roofing tonight.
Yeah.
What would be your message to them? That person that's maybe not opened their mind up, or maybe they just thought it wasn't for them. They've got their blockers and their blinders on. What would you say to the members of the roofing industry?
I would probably compare this to investing in Bitcoin back in 2000, maybe 13. If you look at Australia, they have about a 40% adoption in solar power. We're at probably a 4% maybe now.
Yeah.
And we're about to be Australia in the next few years. So either you jump on that Bitcoin train, or you can cry about it later.
Well, I've probably never said this before, but I guess the end of this conversation would be cheers, mate.
Cheers, mate.
Thank you for being a part of Power. Thank you for leading the roofing industry into renewable energy. And we're also doing something we always talk about for our children and for theirs. So we put our heads on the pillow at night knowing that we're doing the right thing.
Exactly.
How about that? How's that feel to you, that portion of this?
It's amazing. This is all for good things. I mean, we're really, we're doing something right for the earth. This is something that needed to happen a long time ago. And finally, this movement, solar electricity is now the cheapest energy on earth. And now we can actually make that a reality. So it feels good.
All right. Well, cheers, mate.
Thanks.
Well, we've got another very special guest from another big industry. We are so excited to have one of the HVAC industry's leading experts here tonight. This is a gentleman who really needs no introduction. Weldon Long, you're an expert in the industry, a consultant in the industry, a founding member of the EGIA, a New York Times best-selling author, and still considered one of the industry's experts on biz dev and training. So we're just honored to have you here today. And I think what's really important to all the guests here tonight, all the HVAC industry folks, is that you've also always owned your own HVAC company. So
Absolutely.
You're speaking from a position for strength. So again, we're honored to have you here tonight. Want to ask you a couple questions.
Yep.
So why do you think this makes so much sense for the HVAC? Why does solar and the HVAC industry make so much sense?
Absolutely. Well, thanks, Bobby, first of all, for having me. I appreciate this opportunity to talk about your organization and how your organization is helping my industry. I appreciate that very much. So a tip of the cap. It's a no-brainer, Bobby. I mean, we're in the house every single day. We're sitting at kitchen tables with mom and pop homeowner. And guess what we're talking about? We're talking about converting to electric, heat, and of course, air conditioning. We're talking about energy savings. We're talking about energy efficiency. You can't have that conversation and not have the conversation with solar. And it's not just because solar obviously is producing the electricity to run the electric systems in the home. The government, as we all know, with the new Inflation Reduction Act, is pouring gazillions of dollars into supporting this technology. When you're having a conversation with a homeowner about converting to electric and the government is promoting the solar technology, you can't really have one conversation without the other. It's a perfect fit.
Yeah. So you're on the Mount Rushmore of the HVAC industry, right? I'm winging some of this, but it seems appropriate.
I appreciate it.
Some might say, why you? You've You've earned so much money in the industry. You're
Yeah.
such a high paid consultant. Why you? Why do you want to be in the solar industry?
Well, and I think something that's really important for me is I'm not just a guy that's an expert in the industry. I'm in the industry. I'm in the trenches. I've had a half a dozen of my own heating and air conditioning companies. I own one now in Colorado. And we're always looking for ways, obviously, to increase our revenue. We're looking for new, revenue centers. We're looking for, we're selling indoor air quality. We're selling ductwork and selling all these other different products because we're trying to drive our revenue. So it was a natural fit for me over the last few years that we began to look for the ability to get into the solar business, because it's just like if I'm going to sell an indoor air quality product, that's a natural fit with the HVAC. Again, the solar is a natural fit. So I began to look for ways to do that, right? I want to drive my revenue. I want to leverage my relationships. So many HVAC companies, as an example, also do plumbing. Well, we always leverage those relationships. When you're in the house talking about HVAC, say, hey, here's some information on our plumbing. So we're looking to add other departments, other revenue streams to our business. Solar is the perfect fit. So I began the journey a couple of years ago, trying to figure out what it would take to get into the solar business. And the one thing I found is there's some pretty significant barriers to entry, because you got to spend a lot of money on systems and infrastructure to be able to do that, which I know we're going to talk about that more and how your company fits into that groove. But no matter what it takes, we decided a couple of years ago, we're getting into solar. And if we got to buy a bunch of equipment and train a bunch of people and learn a whole new technology, well, that's what we're going to do, because we're not going to miss the boat on this solar, movement, on being the leading edge of this whole trend.
Yeah. And we know with your reputation in the industry that your reputation is as important, obviously, as anything.
Yeah.
Why Powur? I know you did some due diligence, you did some homework. Yep. What made, there's thousands of solar companies out there. There's a lot of ways to go, like you talked about. You don't want to invest and start your own. We get that. But why did you choose Powur? Why there?
Well, initially it was Powur because Powur said, hey, we'll do all the heavy lifting for you. We do the installations, we do the service, right? We take care of everything. So that was actually, obviously the first thing that was kind of like, hey, you mean I can get into the solar business and I can leverage your company and your resources and your expertise and your infrastructure, and I don't have to train people and learn to do solar. I could just go in there and talk to the homeowners about solar and then let you guys do the heavy lifting, and I get paid for that. We'll talk more about that later. But I'll be honest with you, a big part of the reason is Melissa Dawson. She's just a sweetheart. She's driven, she's focused, she's motivated. She is 100% badass. And I met her about 8 months ago, a year ago or so, in Denver for breakfast with some other mutual business interest and business friends. And like, her intensity and her passion for the industry and her passion for Powur, I'm like, dang, there must be something going on here. And then as I got to meet you and the others in your company and kind of see how the process flow works, the commitment to excellence that you guys have, the commitment to treating people properly, the commitment to being a partner for that homeowner and not just a transaction. As I began to meet the people in your organization, I'm like, okay, this is a company that I can trust my reputation to. I'll tell you, in this industry, there's nothing more important than Google ratings. In my company, we have hundreds upon hundreds of Google ratings, and we have a 4.8. Right? We train that. We inculcate in our people. We talk about every day. You got to do the right thing. You got to get the great reviews. Well, guess what? You guys are as concerned about that stuff as we are. That was a big deal for me. The fact that you guys are taking care of business, you got your ducks in a row, and you got a rock star running the HVAC division. And we're just excited to be partners with you guys.
Yeah, it's a big part. All the people tuning in here today, they were brought here by someone, and the integrity of that person and their reputation and their passion for what we're doing is a big part of this. So I know we talked a little bit about money. There's some money to be made in HVAC, and there's a certain temperature normally outside when you're doing HVAC. Maybe you could talk a little bit about, sweat. We almost talk about sweat equity, about, what it takes here and the money that you can earn here and what those look like.
Hey, well, no disrespect to you or Melissa, but the money's the best part. I mean, you guys are awesome, but I'm trying to make a living out here, right? I'm out there with my nose to the grindstone because I'm trying to accomplish some things with respect to my financial security. Listen, when you look at the average HVAC installation, if you're doing a full system, the average ticket across the country is about $12,000. Right? The target gross profit on that is 50%. And I will tell you, I've been doing this for a long time, 20 years training HVAC companies, and not very many of them have a pure 50% gross margin if they really count all of their cost of goods, right? So if you look at a true 50% gross margin, that's $6,000 in gross profit, operating income to run your business. When we started looking at solar, one of the most attractive things is not just, how it fits into the conversation, but the average ticket is so much higher on that. So that's what got me interested. Like, wow, we can really drive our average revenue, our average ticket. Well, when I saw the compensation plan under under Powur Solar, it's like, you mean I can get this $6,000 or thereabouts in gross profit without having to do anything except refer the lead. So the way it works is our sales guys, our comfort advisors, they go down, they're at the kitchen table with mom and pop homeowner. They're selling an HVAC system. And then the part of the conversation is, oh, by the way, have you ever thought about solar? Well, guess what? Everybody's thinking about solar. Did you understand the government's incentivizing through tax credits and other mechanisms to incentivize this? When we refer that opportunity, that lead to Powur, Powur comes in and runs the lead, handles all the installation, handles all the service, all the warranty, all the everything. And my company makes anywhere from around $3,000 to $5,000 in pure gross profit based on that transaction. That's all we have to do is refer it to you guys. We do nothing. We don't have to handle the financing. We don't have to handle the paperwork. We don't do anything except, hey, Mr. Homeowner, you guys just spent $12,000 on a new electric HVAC, heating and air conditioning system. Have you ever thought about solar so you can power it for free or damn near free? Right? Oh, that's a great idea. Well, let me put you in touch with these people. Then we do the referral. Again, $3,000 to $5,000 upon installation completion, of course, right? If you guys sell it, then we get that. And the best part is, and a lot of the guys in this industry are just like me, we have sales advisors, comfort advisors that are really, really good sales professionals. We have the opportunity. We haven't done this yet in my company, but we have the opportunity with your organization that I can train my guys to sell the solar if I want to. And if we actually sell the solar, we can double our revenue. Instead of $3,000 to $5,000 at $6,000 to $10,000, I can pay my salesperson a couple of $1,000s commission. That's great for them on top of their HVAC system commission. And the company's got thousands of dollars left over that go straight towards the bottom line. And there's no brain damage. Operationally, we don't have to deal with it. Warranty work, not our problem. Service, call these guys. We don't have to mess with it. So it is like the ultimate opportunity. I will tell you, it's very similar to my speaking business. A lot of the folks watching this know me from my speaking consulting. I work with organizations like EGIA, the Electric Gas Industries Association. It's an 85-year-old nonprofit. And I work with them. Why? Because they got a great reputation. They do the right thing. I produce content. They handle all the brain damage. That's what we're doing with Powur. We're producing the opportunity. You guys handle the brain damage. And guess what? You're generous and kind enough to compensate us for that. I mean, what's not to love?
You got it. And correct me if I'm wrong, but wouldn't every HVAC company have a list that they could blind copy an email or send their newsletter out and ask all their current clients who already have their trust if they want a free energy evaluation for their
Absolutely.
home solar?
It's funny we had that conversation. I just had a meeting at my company today. This HVAC company I own right now, it's only 3 years old. We're going to do close to $10 million in our third year. We have about 10,000 customers in our database. Well, guess who we're targeting? Have you thought about solar? Again, everybody's thinking about solar. Why? Because the government is going to spend a lot of money incentivizing the technology over the course of the next 10 years. And I want to say something to all the HVAC industry guys, because I'm an HVAC industry guy. First and foremost, I understand that a lot of you, I have these conversations every day. I just did a 2-day seminar the last 2 days, and guys are like, well, we don't think this is Inflation Reduction Act is really going to, reduce inflation. That's not my lane, right? That's the politician lane. That's beyond my control. The reality is, whatever you think about it politically, they are incentivized cleaner, more efficient energy. And we have a responsibility, in fact, a duty to our industry to help share the information on cleaner, more efficient electricity, more efficient energy, cleaner energy. I don't care who you are. Are you concerned about reducing the carbon footprint for your kids and grandkids? Of course you are. I don't care what you think about global warming. I don't care what you think about the politics of it. Everybody knows we got to do a better job in protecting the environment. If I don't share this information with my homeowner about cleaner, more efficient energy, I'm doing them a disservice. We got to get on board with this, right? And this is our opportunity.
And isn't the conversation pretty similar? More efficient energy. We're adding a 30-year industry changing warranty onto it. They're raising the value of their home. I mean, isn't it, how similar is the combo?
It's like totally symbiotic, if I can use a 1970s kind of a hit cool kind of phrase, right? You can't have one conversation without the other. I'll tell you, Bobby, one of the funniest things about this is that in my industry, and I've trained thousands of sales professionals, and it's very common, especially in areas of the country where solar is already very popular, right? Maybe Arizona, maybe California. And we're walking to the house, and one of the things that we're going to sell the homeowner on is to convert to electric heat because it saves a ton of money, right? On an electric heat pump, on natural gas, for example, even the most efficient natural gas furnace, if I put $1 worth of natural gas, the most efficient natural gas furnace will produce 96 cents of heat and 4 cents goes out the flue. With an electric heat pump, we can put $1 worth of electricity for heat and produce over $2 of heat. It's way more efficient, right? But when we go into a home and we see solar panels, it's like, dang, we can't even use our energy efficiency because they don't care how much it costs to, on electricity because they got solar. Well, guess what? Now we care very much because we want to be the ones selling the solar. So we're going to be part of that conversation. We don't look at it anymore as the enemy, like, dang, I can't sell efficiency because they have solar. They don't care how much electricity costs. Well, guess what? Now we can be part of that conversation. We can benefit financially and environmentally and industry-wise with that conversation by being a part of it.
And we didn't discuss this, but it just came into my head. Something tells me that the HVAC industry in most markets in the United States, or many of them, slows up a little bit when the temperatures cool down with it. I would assume that the fall and the winter can get a little.
Oh my gosh,
slow.
You just put a stake through my heart, didn't you, Bobby? You had to bring that up. We have the shoulder season. I'm in Colorado. It's a little different depending where you are in the country, but the reality is you're going to have 5, 6, maybe 7, really great months, either really cold or really hot weather. And then you're going to have the shoulder season, right? I'm in Colorado today at 75 degrees and sunshine. Nobody's calling about heating. Nobody's calling about cooling. The beautiful thing about the solar technology is it doesn't have a slow season. It doesn't have a shoulder season. It doesn't depend on the weather in terms of its attractiveness. Obviously, the weather will impact the day-to-day efficiency of it, how much energy it produces based on the weather. But the weather doesn't dictate the slow seasons and the fast seasons, to the industry, because people are buying this stuff year round. For those of you in our industry, in the HVAC industry doing plumbing, it's kind of like the plumbing thing. Plumbing doesn't have a season, right? Things happen when they happen. Solar is the same way. So what it does, it helps us even out those shoulder seasons, provides an additional revenue stream, zero brain damage. It's like what I call a duh question. Should I do it? Well, duh, there's only one answer, right? And it's just a natural fit. It soothes out the peaks and the valley seasons. We don't have the brain damage. We get revenue. It's great for our homeowners. It's great for the environment. Everybody wins. Everybody wins.
Well, it's obvious why you're one of the most respected and highest paid, trainers and biz dev guys in the industry. In closing, in short, what would you say to the industry? What would you say to people, the HVAC specialists trying to make a decision whether they want to get into solar or not?
I would say get in where you fit in, man, because opportunities come along every so often. I will tell you, I've earned millions of dollars in the residential heating and air conditioning industry. And I work hard, I stay focused, but I'm going to tell you something. A huge component of my success, and every successful person I talk to, Bobby, Melissa, I guarantee you'll back me up on this, timing and opportunity, being in the right place at the right time. I've had so many things happen in my career that I just happened to be the right place at the right time. Yes, I worked hard. And yes, my luck is a combination of my preparation and my dedication. And so I get lucky. But timing and opportunity have so much a part of everything successful in business. This is the time. This is the opportunity. I'm telling you, the stars have aligned, the heavens, a part of the harps of angels are coming down. It's like there's a sign, right? Like, let's get this done. You got to do it with somebody or you're going to get left in the dust. You might as well do it with the best organization in the country, and that's you guys, Powur Solar.
Well, having you being a part of Powur and the opportunity for us to work with you and the opportunity to just work together and build a cleaner world for our children and for their children and provide economic addition, if not relief, to the HVAC industry in those months, in those lean years, and whatever economy we're now heading into. We're just honored that you took a few minutes to spend some time with us, and we thank you very much for your time. Thank you.
It's my pleasure, my friend. Thank you so much, Bobby and Melissa. Thanks, guys.